Well, hello, Ringette fans. Here we go. It is Tuesday, March 31st. We're about to bring in this 4:30 game. I'd like to welcome everyone to the broadcast here. My name is Bill, and I've got Eric beside me here.
Hi.
Bring into the action from the Tony Graham Recreation Center. We're in rink number B. This will be the Team Quebec, also known as the Cyclones throughout the year. Team Quebec versus the AB2 Calgary Rogue. Eric representing the Team Quebec team, and my name Bill representing the Calgary Rogue team. We're bringing you some East-West action today.
Alors, ce merveilleux mardi du 31 mars, mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue à cette présentation du match contre qui va opposer Team Québec et Alberta 2, qui sera représenté par le Calgary Rogue. Donc, ces deux mêmes équipes là, qui s'étaient affrontées en grande finale au tournoi de Guelph en Ontario, où Québec, les Cyclones de Québec l'avaient emporté en prolongation. Donc, du côté de Québec, ça mène là, pour cette troisième partie avec une victoire et un match perdu en prolongation donc ce matin contre le Nouveau-Brunswick. Et hier, on a connu la victoire face au Manitoba. Donc, Eric Sanson qui sera là pour faire la description en français. On va tenter de faire ça là, avec notre collaborateur de l'équipe de l'Alberta. Ça sera une expérience aujourd'hui très enrichissante pour les deux équipes.
I believe Eric was introducing the Team Quebec week so far. Calgary has played 2 games, and we've lost both of them in overtime, unfortunately. So we lost to Team Ontario yesterday 5-4, and then this morning we lost to Team Manitoba 5-4. So Calgary looking to get up the snide here, but it's going to be a tough battle against Team Quebec. I must say, Eric, I like these new uniforms. Team Quebec rocking brand new uniforms.
It's a brand new one.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yep. And I like the new logo, kind of the butterfly.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a real pretty color.
For the 2026 CRC, it's a brand new jersey in blue for Team Quebec.
So it looks like Team Quebec is going to be the visiting team, but they've got their dark colors on. So perhaps the Calgary team, being the home team, chose to wear their white jerseys today.
I thought that we were home, but anyway.
Looks like you guys are set up.
Yeah. Donc, équipe Québec qui sera visiteur pour cette partie. On va y aller avec l'alignement pour l'équipe du Québec, le numéro 14, Anaïs Lamotte, la gardienne. Il y a également la numéro 30, Joanie Dubois, également gardienne. Nora Maisonero, numéro 16. Numéro 19, capitaine Olivia Gagnon. Numéro 21, Marie-Christine Drolette. Numéro 22, Noémie Larochelle. Numéro 23, Kate Noonan. Numéro 34, Danica Lambert. 36, Delphine Champagne. 45, Élodie Roy. 63, Juliane Lambert. 71, Ariane Huot. 81, Annabelle Sanson. 83, Charlotte Simard. 88, Hilary Bolduc. 90, Léana Métivier. Et 99, Victoria Bolduc.
The Calgary lineup, Calgary is wearing their red jerseys with the red pants and the blue and white trim. Number 1, Sophia Collian is our goaltender. Number 31, Sadie Blankhorn, I believe she's starting today. You've got number 2, Alyssa Walter, playing defense. JD Patel, number 3, is a forward. Jordan Nero, number 4, typically a D. Haley Kane, number 7, a forward. Tasha Blackwold, 8, playing defense. Captain Lindsay Byers, number 9, playing defense. Tegan Dick, number 10, a forward. Avery Kliznik, number 11, forward. Cameron Earl, number 14, D. Hallie Rushfeld, number 15, playing center. Jocelyn Galbraith, captain, number 16, playing center. Sophie Miller, number 17, forward. Addison Yoja, number 18, playing center. Layla Ashley, number 6, is a forward. And we say hello to Kaylin Byers watching at home, not able to make the trip, but we miss you, Kaylin. Skinny B, number 13, wish you were here.
Petite précision du côté de Québec pour la numéro 90, Léana Métivier, qui porte pour le championnat canadien le numéro 70 sur son chandail. Et on va sûrement l'entendre quelques fois là encore aujourd'hui. Une excellente joueuse du côté de Québec. Et comme mon collègue le disait pour le Calgary Rogue, Ça mène aujourd'hui avec 2 défaites en prolongation. La première a été contre Team Ontario et la deuxième contre le Team Manitoba. Donc, voudront avoir une première victoire là, dans le championnat canadien.
Quick shout out. Oh, sorry, Eric.
No, good, good.
Just going to say a quick shout out to the sponsors, Ringette Canada sponsors. We've got the Government of Canada, Gatorade. We wish that they made Gatorade in beer flavored.
I think it was good.
Athena Ringette and Ringette. So thank you to Government of Canada, Gatorade, Athena Ringette, and Ringette. And there's a lot of event sponsors. We say thanks to Ottawa Tourism, the Government of Ontario, RBC Wealth Management, Booster Juice, McNally Gervin LLP, Athena, Gatorade, Serganor, Hertz, Dom Sports, Ringette, NAMI. A few more there, but I can hear the whistle. I think we're almost ready to go.
Oui, on est à environ 15 secondes là, de la fin de la période d'échauffement pour les 2 équipes. En attendant de savoir qui sera dans le demi-cercle des 2 équipes pour cette partie.
We will be bringing you 4 quarters of 10 minutes of action. Warm-up's done. Final words are said, and we're ready to start here.
Donc, du côté des Cyclones, la gardienne dans le filet pour affronter le Calgary Rogue. Ce sera le numéro 14, Anaïs Lamotte.
Visiting team, Team Quebec, will start with the ring.
Donc, on va tenter là, de faire la description en français et en anglais. Quand Québec auront l'anneau, on va tenter de se coordonner. Et avec Jim qui fera la description en anglais pour le Calgary Rogue. C'est parti, Québec avec l'anneau. Passe au centre.
There's Jordan Arrow with the pick-off, puts it back to Alyssa Walter. Alyssa, number 2, is going to backhand it out to Jocelyn, number 16. Jocelyn's got Haley ripping down the side there. Haley Kane, number 7's got the ring. Here's Haley in the corner, heading in behind the net, coming on her forehand. She's got JD and Jocelyn out there as well on the attack. Drop pass to Jocelyn. Jocelyn's going to take that low post pass. They get a reset on that. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Ring comes out to Haley Kane. There's Kaner's going to shoot it. First save by the goaltender.
Et c'est repris par Québec. Capitaine Gagnon au centre. On cherchait l'option. On laisse devant. C'est pour Sanson. Sanson au cercle. Revient avec l'anneau. Les changements sont apportés au banc de Québec. Là. Bolduc et La Rochelle qui s'amènent. Au centre. Oh, c'est pas Bolduc qui a raté, qui reprend. Avec l'anneau dans les patins, moins de 10 secondes en possession. Bolduc, le lancer, rate la cible de peu. Ça n'a pas touché au gardien, ça va prendre un reset là-dessus. Le lancer, le but! Le lancer de Roy, là, qui provenait du cercle gauche, a surpris la gardienne du côté de la mitaine. Et Québec qui prend les devants 1-0. Excellente transition là, du côté de Québec pour l'entrée de zone avec Gagnon. Et tout de suite, suite au changement, le Québec qui prend les devants 1-0 avec 8,55 à faire en première période. C'est le Rogue qui va reprendre l'anneau au centre.
Quick start for Team Quebec. Center ice free pass for Calgary Rogue. Looking to answer back. Pass over to number 8, Tasha Blackwell. Here's Tasha walking the blue line. She's going to feed that in. Blocked there by Team Quebec. She's going to dump that down, turned right over to Team Quebec. The ring ends up in the Calgary zone. Team Quebec still with the ring.
Avec La Rochelle à droite, récupère l'anneau. La Rochelle qui est là avec Bolduc et Métivier qui vient de sauter sur la glace. Métivier qui rate l'anneau de peu. Tente de récupérer dans le coin, c'est la bataille là. Avec la joueuse du Calgary Rogue, c'est repris par Lambert. Lambert par derrière à Métivier. De l'autre côté, à Drolette, le tir du revers rate la cible de peu. Récupéré derrière par Québec. Danica Lambert avec 8 minutes 10 à faire en première, c'est 1-0 Québec. De l'autre côté, beau travail de Marie-Christine Drolette, joueuse de 3e année. Là. En est à ses derniers championnats. Le lancer rate la cible. Ça a été arrêté par la mitaine de la gardienne qui a fait un beau travail là-dessus. Là. De l'autre côté, on rejoint Drolette. Drolette qui prend son temps. Laisse derrière à Métivier. Métivier derrière à Lambert. Lambert le lancé. Arrêté partiellement par la gardienne et c'est repris par le Rogue.
Tasha's got the ring of the blue line. Tasha trying to find a friend, gets forced back by a ferocious forecheck, supports it over to Captain Lindsay. Here's Captain Lindsay B with the ring. She's trying to find a buddy in the neutral zone. There's the pass out to Jocelyn. Two-line pass, we can't touch that. Jocelyn's going to pick it up. That's going to be called a both sides violation. Jocelyn thought the Team Quebec player may have touched it, but it's a violation on Calgary. The ring comes all the way back to the O-zone. Eric, I have to tell you, one of your players, Olivia, I love Olivia. Olivia Gannon, she was on U18 with my daughter Tasha, and Olivia is amazing. One of my favorite Ringette players. I have a lot of time for Olivia Gagnon.
Capitaine Gagnon, justement, là. Jim vient de mentionner, vient d'effectuer un lancer, arrêté par la gardienne.
Quick little D-streak pass, and Calgary's out to the neutral zone. We got a 2-on-1 with Haley and Jocelyn. Haley's going to walk in. She's going to shoot it way up over the net. Good scoring chance for Haley. She ended up in the crease. That's a crease violation.
Remise la gardienne derrière. C'est pour Champagne. Champagne par la rampe. Pas temps de rejoindre Sanson. Sanson qui a dû batailler, là. L'anneau qui a traversé deux lignes et c'est repris par le Calgary Road, mais l'anneau qui est récupéré par le Rogue derrière le filet.
Lindsay supports it out to Jordan. Jordan's going to support that over the blue line. Jocelyn waits for it to slide over the blue. And now Captain Jocelyn's going to feed her down deep to Haley Kane. There's Kaner, number 7, down in the corner. Battling hard with the defender. The defender kicks it up and Quebec's got the ring.
Charlotte Simard au centre. On rejoint Bolduc. Bolduc en va dans le coin gauche. C'est repris par Charlotte Simard. Simard qui a de la pression, remet devant. Le lancer de La Rochelle, arrêté par la gardienne.
Alyssa cleans up the rebound. Alyssa feeds it to Addie. Addie looking to break out of the zone. Here comes Addison Yosha. Gets knocked down, pulls the stick down.
Penalty for Quebec. Noémie La Rochelle qui sera punie pour 2 minutes. On n'a pas vu le geste, c'était à un endroit où la caméra ne se rend pas, donc c'était pour accrocher. Donc avantage numérique avec 6:05 à faire la première période pour le Calgary Rogue.
First penalty of the game goes to Team Quebec on a hooking call. Calgary with a 5-on-4 skater advantage. Here's Sophie Miller, number 17. She's going to take that offensive zone free pass, takes a look at the net, fakes the shot, puts it into the quiet ice. It's Addison there, number 18's got it now. Addison Yosha slow rolling it behind the net. Avery's up high on the opposite side, drops it off to Avery. Here's Avery, number 11. Right-handed shot coming out on her backhand. She's going to kick that back to Addie. Addie back across to Avery. Avery's going to lock low, shoots and scores! Avery Kolesnik finds that corner over the goaltender's shoulder. Power play goal ties the game at 1-1. That'll go down as Avery with an assist to Addison Yosha. Avery ties the score. Good shot up high over the shoulder. We got ourselves a good game here between two very good teams. We're just trying to survive, really, against Team Quebec. We've had a rough start to the tournament, so we're just looking to survive here against a very, very good team.
Alors, le Calgary Rogue qui vient de créer l'égalité 1-1 dans ce match avec un but en avantage numérique. 5:44 à faire à la première période. Québec qui va reprendre. Passe en territoire adverse, c'est pour Marie-Christine Drolette. Drolette de l'autre côté. Oh, ça de lancer! Oh!
It's a great shot block by Lindsay Byers.
Yep. De la part de Métivier. Là. Métivier laisse derrière. L'anneau qui a quitté le territoire de Ringette. Ça s'est débattu, c'est repris par...
Hallie comes up with a loose ring. Hallie's looking to break out his zone, feeds it to Lindsay Byers. Lindsay has a hard time getting a handle on it. She's under pressure and she'll turn it over.
Et ça sera un 2 contre 1. Là. Drolette qui s'amène à droite, mais là, il y a un peu de confusion. Il y aura pénalité au Calgary Rogue. Repris par Métivier, qui on va s'amener avec une 4e joueuse dans le territoire de Ringette, la gardienne qui est de retour au banc. Roy avec l'anneau. On a encore beaucoup de temps. Là. On remet à Métivier. Transversal, on a tenté une passe. Et c'est repris par Québec. De l'autre côté, oh, c'était imprécis pour Lambert qui va laisser sa place à Capitaine Gagnon. Gagnon avec 7 secondes. Le lanceur à la glace arrêté par la gardienne. Et là, on siffle la pénalité. C'est avantage numérique Québec.
It's going to be noted goon Tasha Blackwell going to the box. Might be my kid. Takes a 2-minute violent penalty for tripping. All right, so Tasha, number 8, goes 2 for the trip. Quebec will have the ring, 5-on-4 skater advantage.
Gagnon qui est là avec Sanson et j'essaie de voir à gauche, c'est Lambert. Danica Lambert qui sera là comme troisième joueuse. On attend d'avoir le 2 minutes au tableau indicateur.
4:48 left in the first quarter. 2 minutes on the board for Calgary.
Gagnon. On laisse à gauche pour Lambert. Lambert avec l'eau, ça va derrière le filet. Fin de passe. On laisse dans le coin, c'est pour Annabelle Sanson. Sanson perd derrière à Gagnon, le tir. Le reset qui a été fait, c'est repris par Québec.
Beautiful one-timer by Olivia.
Lambert, pardon. Lambert le lancé, arrêté par la gardienne et c'est repris par le Calgary Rogue. Mais au centre, le lancé, rattrapé de la part de Sanson, beaucoup trop haut. Oh, et là, oui, on a touché au disque dans le demi-cercle. On va remettre à Québec. How many third year you have in your team?
One. Yeah, number
Wow.
9, Lindsay Byers. We just have 1 third year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Well,
young
4.
team.
4 for Quebec.
You've got 4?
Yep.
Yep. The other Calgary team has 4. Their goaltender and 3 skaters. We've just got the 1 skater.
Gagnon le lancé, touche l'extérieur du filet. Ça sera la remise à la gardienne. Encore 1 minute 20 à l'avantage numérique de Québec. Québec avec l'anneau, on en va de l'autre côté pour Gagnon. Gagnon s'avance de l'autre côté, ça vient au centre. Oh, il n'y a pas eu de lancer là-dessus au centre. Le lancer du revers, arrêté. Et le but! Danica Lambert qui trouve le fond du filet. Je croyais que la gardienne avait arrêté le disque, mais non. Donc, on s'échange les hostilités là. En avantage numérique également, Québec qui marque son deuxième à 3,52 à faire en première période. Et on mène par 1 pour Québec.
It's a beautiful goal by Team Quebec. Nice feed by Olivia out to the player in front. Sadie went down in the splits and she beat her on the stick side. Good goal by Team Quebec, so they take a 2-1 lead. Center ice free pass here for Calgary. Power play goal, so Tash is out of the penalty box. There's a whistle. Calgary takes a center ice free pass. Cameron with the ring. Cameron feeds it over to Lindsay. Captain Linney here. Captain's going to walk the blue line. Going to feed it into the second level to Avery. There's Avery. Puts it over to Hallie Rushville. Hallie looking to attack the net. Loose ring on top of the crease there. Picked up by the defender. And then stick checked away. Avery's got it now. 12 on the shot clock here. Avery loops around. Didn't like the shot. She's going to loop in the quiet ice. They gave it a reset on that. And then Soph ends up putting it into the crease. I don't think Soph knew that there was a reset on that. Team of Quebec has a ring.
La remise est faite à Noonan. Passe au centre, c'est trop long. Il y a l'anneau qui a traversé 2 zones. On devra attendre là, que Calgary touche au disque. Beau travail de... Oh, il y aura pénalité à Québec là-dessus. On a jugé que Bolduc avait donné de la bande.
They're going to call it a bottom third violation. Oh, that's actually a penalty. All right. Is that Victoria?
Yep.
What was the call for? I thought you did a bottom third sign.
I thought it's boarding.
Boarded? Okay. Yeah. All right, so penalty goes to Team Quebec here. 5-on-4 skater advantage for Calgary. Here's Jocelyn quickly back to Haley Kane. Haley's got a wall of blue in front of her here. Slides it across to JD. Here's number 3, JD Patel. Drops it back to Jocelyn. Jocelyn cutting down, goes to her backhand. Right up front to JD. Couldn't get the handle, takes a shot, blocked by the defense. Team Quebec turns it over. Quebec puts it out to the neutral zone. Stolen right back by Cameron Earl. Cam puts it down deep. Pass comes back across to Jocelyn. Jocelyn going to dangle, shoots, good save.
L'arrêt de la motte là-dessus, c'était pas évident. Repris par Bolduc derrière le filet. Et Larry Bolduc passe au centre. On va rejoindre Métivier. Métivier à La Rochelle qui a raté. Et on remet au Calgary Rogue derrière leur filet.
Jocelyn's in behind the net, coming out from behind with the loose ring here. Puts it out to JD. JD with a nice pickup. JD slides it into Cameron. Cameron's activated from her D spot. She's in behind the net, coming on her back end here. We got a full line change happening. Cameron's going to drop it off to Addison. Here's Addie. Looks to see who's with her. Flips around, takes a shot. Good shoulder save. Rebound behind the net there. Addie's going to pick up her own rebound. Got a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Addison slow rolls it in the quiet ice. Now she's going to head in behind the net. Coming out on her forehand. She's got Layla and Tegan with her. Addie cuts across the top. Looking to drive. Nothing there. Ring slides into the crease. It's going to be a crease violation on Calgary. Goaltender ring for Team Quebec.
Gardienne Anaïs Lamotte qui va faire la remise. Derrière, c'est pour Champagne. Delphine Champagne passe au centre. Pour Marie-Christine Drolette, tourniquet au centre. Belle passe de l'autre côté, un peu long pour Huot. Et ça sera repris par la Calgary Rogue.
Alyssa's got the ring on a support pass from Jordan. Alyssa goes right back to Jordan on the far side. Jordan 2-foot pass over to Tegan. Tegan looking to drive in. Shooting lane closed up on her, so she's in behind the net. Puts it up top to Layla. Here's Layla Astley, number 6 with the ring. Got a line change happening. She's going to drop it off to Hallie and go for a change herself. Here comes Hallie. Number 15 coming out with that long reach. Got stick check there, right to Avery though. Avery with a quick little reset shot and a ring recovery behind the net. She's going to just push it from her bum over to Soph. Sophie Miller's got it now. Here's Soph. She's got 22 on the shot clock. Soph goes backhand, tries to get it down to Hallie in front of the top of the crease. Hallie's got the ring. Comes up high to the ringette line, puts it across to Avery. Avery going to take that shot, blocked by the defender. Rebound goes to Hallie. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Hallie's going to step out. She's going to step back into the ringette zone, cutting across the top. Looks to drop it. Just going to take a shot. Good glove save by the goaltender.
Excellent arrêt de Naïs Lamotte là, de la mitaine. Il va rester 23 secondes à la période. Et c'est Maisonero qui va s'emparer du disque. Là. Maisonero passe transversale en territoire défensif. Encore 15 secondes. Longue passe au centre. C'est pour Gagnon qui a raté. De l'autre côté, c'est Huot qui reprend. Roy, pardon. 10 secondes. Roy dans le coin est emprisonné là, avec 2 joueuses. On met derrière à Sanson. Sanson le lancé, c'était pour surprendre la gardienne. Et où le reset? Et ça mettra fin à la première période. Donc, on va faire un petit récapitulatif de la première période entre les deux équipes. Team Québec qui a ouvert la marque à 1-0 et ensuite on s'est échangé chacun un but en avantage numérique d'un côté et de l'autre. Donc, quand même une période assez partagée entre les deux équipes. On a eu de l'excellente Ringette. Beau travail également là, des deux gardiennes de but. Et après une période de jeu, c'est Québec qui mène 2-1 dans un match très serré là, contre le Calgary Rogue.
Exciting first 10 minutes, I thought, Eric.
Yep.
Yeah, good action,
Actually,
good skating. We know that the Team Quebec has got strong offense. You can see they move the ring around very well. Good move in her front. Great second goal that they scored. A couple power play goals in that first period, so both teams will want to stay out of the box going forward.
So I said 1 power play goal each side, so very good game, and hope to see the second period.
Pretty lively crowd in here. The Calgary fans making lots of noise with their Blackpool noodles and their furry jackets. Yeah, yeah. The mums all got together with some furry jackets, and of course Team Quebec with their flags and lots of blue and
a lot of blue. Yep.
Yeah. Haven't heard the horn yet. All right, home team will start with the ring to start the second quarter. Calgary's going to start it with it. There's Jordan. Feeds it over to Alyssa. Alyssa's going to slide it down, turn over right to Quebec.
C'est repris au centre. Oh, un peu long là, pour l'envers. On va laisser l'anneau à l'Alberta.
Aaron pass down, picked up in the corner by Alyssa. Alyssa's going to feed it out to JD. JD picks it up nicely. Good stab. She's going to backhand that in. Deflected away, stolen away by Team Quebec.
Excellent travail de La Rochelle qui a repris l'anneau. On en va devant. Encore une fois, c'est un peu trop long pour l'envers qui travaille très fort, là, mais qui a perdu l'anneau en territoire adverse.
Ralston's got the ring just inside her own blue line. Picked up there. Nice pass out to Haley Kane. Here comes Kane. They're going to loop around, waiting to find a buddy. Going to be a penalty on Team Quebec here. The hand came up. They're going to call. Couldn't tell if that was a slash or they're going to call boarding. Is that boarding, isn't it?
Didn't see it.
Nope. All right, so Team Quebec's going to take 2.
Mise en échec.
Going to be a 5-on-4 skater advantage for the Calgary Rogue. There's the whistle. Soph takes a look at the net, didn't like the shot. She's going to feed it over to Addie. Addison going in behind the net, coming out on her backhand here. Addie, Soph, and Avery on the attack. Behind the back pass, picked off neatly by Team Quebec. And then Soph picks up the rebound, bouncing around in the feet there, and Soph picks it up, fresh 30 on the shot clock. Here comes Soph, truck and trailer. She's got Avery in the trail position. Soph's going to flip her hips, flips it back to Addie. Addie's going to take that shot, just graze the crossbar. Calling for a reset on that, 30-second reset. Soph comes up with the ring, battling hard there. Stolen away by Team Quebec. The ring bouncing around down there. Red team picks it up again. Addie's got it, fresh 30 on the clock. Starting this cycle in the attack again here. Addie comes out to the quiet ice, loops around. Addie didn't like any of the shooting lanes, so she's going to try on the other side here, down to 16 on the shot clock. Soph looking to set up a pick. Addie between the center and the D, got stick checked. The ring rolls into the crease. Goaltender picks it up.
Passe en territoire défensif, c'est pour Métivier. Au centre, c'est pour Drolette qui devra attendre l'arrivée de ses coéquipières. À droite, c'est pour Juliane Lambert, joueuse de 3e année. On est à ses derniers championnats canadiens. Huot avec l'anneau maintenant en territoire adverse. Là. Ça fait longtemps qu'on n'est pas venu en territoire adverse du côté de Québec. Et là, c'est l'Alberta qui va reprendre.
Hallie feeds a two-line pass all the way down the ice. Got a battle down there. 3 red jerseys, and Calgary's going to come up with it.
On va remettre l'anneau à Québec.
Looks like there's a battle going on, but nobody touched the ring. Then Calgary touch it. They're going to call it a two-line pass, so the ring will come all the way back to the Calgary zone. We can't. Vantage point isn't great to see what's going on in the corner. I can see there's lots of battling, but must have been in the feet. Nobody wanted to touch it, and at any rate, Team Quebec ring in the Calgary zone.
On bagarrait là à 4 l'anneau, et c'est Québec finalement qui reprendra possession en zone adverse. Avec encore 12 secondes avant le retour de La Rochelle là, du côté de Québec. Passe de l'autre côté, c'est repris par l'Alberta. Territoire défensif. Ah, mais là, c'est Québec, là. On envoie devant pour Huot en échappé. Huot devant la gardienne. Le lancer. Oh, trop haut. Et là, il y aura pénalité pour rudesse qu'on a appelé du côté de l'officiel sur Huot qui s'amenait sur la gardienne, mais qui a envoyé l'anneau là, dans le filet protecteur derrière la gardienne.
Quick turnover there at the blue line, and Quebec walked in on a breakaway. Layla on the back check ended up fouling her player, trying to cause chaos on the shot. Layla goes 2 for body contact. So Calgary down a player for the next 2 minutes.
Il va rester 1 seconde. Maintenant, c'est terminé. Donc, avantage numérique pour Québec. Mais là, on vient de redonner à l'Alberta. Là.
Lindsay supports it behind the net to Tasha. Tasha scamps it in the corner to get it. Tasha gets stick check, but she'll recover the ring. She's under heavy pressure here. Tasha's going to drop that off to Captain Lindsay. Here comes Captain Linney. Lindsay coming up the sideboards. Down a player. Tough to find somebody in the neutral zone. That pass goes over both lines, and Team Quebec will go back, get the ring in their own zone.
S'en sort dans son repli défensif. A dû faire vite, là. Mais là, encore une fois, c'est l'excellent travail de Maisonero qui est venu récupérer parce qu'on sentait la pression là, du numéro 7 de l'Alberta. Au centre, à Sanson. Sanson, en bas au centre. Oh, c'était pour Gagnon. Ça a passé tout près. Encore une 15 en avantage numérique pour Québec. Gagnon récupère l'anneau, laisse derrière. C'est pour, j'essaie de voir, là, c'était pour Roy qui s'en va. Bolduc le lancer, arrêté par la gardienne.
City has a goalie ring. She's going to flare that out. Cap Lindsay just survives having it stolen away by the forechecker. And Lindsay's got the ring, supports it over to the opposite side of Jordan. Jordan quickly up the sideboards to JD. Here comes JD walking the blue. Down a player here, so we're down 1 less player to pass it into the zone. The ring gets into the zone and then right back into the neutral zone. Here's Alyssa, feeds it over to Addie. Addie's just going to rip that down deep. The ring ends up hitting the goaltender, but bounces at the top of the crease, and Calgary comes up with it. There's Alyssa with the ring. Alyssa puts it into the corner to JD. JD's got the ring here, cutting across the top. JD's into the quiet ice. She goes in behind the net. She's got Addie up front and Alyssa from her D spot standing in the offensive zone. JD cuts across the top with speed, shoots it way up over the net. The ring ends up on the back of the netting. It's going to be a violation for Calgary. It'll be goaltender ring for Team Quebec.
Lancé qui se termine sur l'extérieur du filet. On va remettre à Team Québec qui est... Et là, La Rochelle au centre qui rate. Oh, et là, on a traversé 2 zones. Ça sera récupéré par Québec.
Long pass out of the defensive zone to Quebec. They are on the offensive blue line. Addie ends up stabbing it and carries it across the blue line. It's a both sides violation. That'll be a Quebec ring. 5:21 left in the second quarter. 2-1 for Team Quebec over the Calgary Road currently.
Changements sont apportés pour Québec. On va apporter Métivier, Drolette et Simard également. Il reste 5 secondes à pénalité à l'Alberta. Québec en attaque. Métivier laisse à gauche pour Simard. Pénalité qui se termine à l'instant. On est à 5 contre 5. Passe de l'autre côté. On va rejoindre Marie-Christine Drolette. Drolette. Et là, c'est excellent travail de la centre là-dessus. Oh, de l'autre côté, c'est une belle passe. Mais c'est repris par Simard. Et là, il y aura pénalité. Encore une fois à l'Alberta. Le reset qui est fait. Et là, la gardienne qui ne veut pas l'anneau dans son demi-cercle. Et là, la pénalité qui est appelée. Je n'ai pas vu le jeu.
Lindsay with aggressive check on the attacker. Lindsay takes 2 for slashing here. So thankfully for Calgary, the first penalty had expired, so we're not facing a 2-man disadvantage. So Layla's out of the box, but Lindsay straight back in. So another 5-on-4 skater advantage for Team Quebec. Had a few penalties here, running into penalty trouble here for Calgary Road.
Ça sera récupéré par Québec. On se rappelle qu'en première période, là, les deux équipes qui s'étaient échangées chacun un but en avantage numérique. Et là, c'est Québec avec l'avantage d'une joueuse. Métivier laisse derrière à Drolette. Drolette par la gauche. Le lancer, rate la cible de peu. On remet la gardienne. On s'est harponné par Métivier de très belle façon. La passe du numéro 70 de Team Québec. Les changements sont apportés. C'est capitaine Gagnon qui embarque sur la glace avec Huot qui suit de près. Là. Métivier le lancé directement sur le logo de la gardienne.
Sadie with the goalie ring, trying to find a friend, throws it in the corner, turns it right back over to Team Quebec.
Et le but! Quelle exécution entre Métivier et Huot. Métivier qui reprend l'anneau dans le coin, remet à Huot qui était complètement seul devant le gardienne. Et avec un tir extrêmement précis dans la partie supérieure, Québec qui prend les devants 3-1. Un deuxième but en avantage numérique pour Québec.
That's a tough goalie ring. Sadie threw it into the corner, turned it over to Team Quebec. They fed it right out to the open player, and she just rips it into the top corner. Can't make those kind of mistakes against a team like Team Quebec. So 3-1 for Team Quebec, 4:13 left in the second quarter. Calgary with the center ice free pass. Pass over to Tasha. Tasha's got the ring right at the center of ice mark. Tasha slides it in. Errant pass picked off by Team Quebec. Calgary picks it up off the sideboards. Now Haley's got the ring. Not quite sure how she got it. I couldn't see, but Haley's got the ring in the quiet ice looking to set up an attack. Here comes JD. Steps up. Backhand. Good save by the goalie. Rebound cleaned up by Hallie. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Here's Hallie dangling around the center. Gets stick check there. Contested ring. Rides up both sticks. That was a... both sticks went up both sticks about halfway. They're going to call it a move it or lose it violation on Team Quebec. That'll be Calgary ring.
Big fight.
One of those situations where the stick rides up and the sticks are, or the ring rides up both sticks and the sticks across. All right, so Addie's got the ring here. Addie's going to feed it over to Sophie Miller on the offensive zone free pass. Sophie right across the top, drops it to Addie. Addie's going to rip it, blocked by the defender. Avery will go get that rebound. Avery drops it off to Soph. Soph battling hard, gets knocked down. Team Quebec quickly fires it out to the neutral zone.
Huot au centre, récupère l'anneau. Belle passe de Sanson là-dessus. On laisse à Champagne. Champagne qui a quitté sa position. Le lancer, arrêté par la gardienne. Excellent lancer de Champagne, là.
Addie picks up the loose ring at the edge of the crease. Now Addie's got the ring. Feeds the back support pass to Captain Lindsay. Here's Linny B. It's under heavy pressure. Good forecheck here by Team Quebec. They'll bang away on the sideboards. Loose ring comes out. Quebec's going to pick up that loose ring.
Champagne à la droite qui vient de soutirer l'anneau. Là, on apporte des changements. C'est La Rochelle qui s'amène. Huot, transversal, un peu long. La Rochelle qui a raté. Et c'est repris par Victoria Bolduc au centre. À La Rochelle. La Rochelle, le tir, arrêté par la gardienne du bout de la mitaine. Et c'est Québec qui reprend avec un autre 30 secondes. 2:38 à la deuxième période. Le lancer qui rate la cible. De l'autre côté, c'est Elodie Roy qui va reprendre. On remet à La Rochelle, qui était bien placé. La Rochelle au centre, reçoit un coup de bâton. De l'autre côté, on remet à Maisonero. Maisonero arrive au centre. On n'a pas pu lancer, là, et là, c'est perdu.
Layla's got the loose ring in the blue line. Tries to feed it over. Turns it over to Team Quebec.
Lancer de Roy. Derrière. Oh, on a pénétré le demi-cercle. Mais excellent jeu là, de Elodie Roy là, pour Québec sur la dernière séquence.
Sadie with the goalie ring. Looking to find a friend. She's going to flare that out to Lindsay. Here's Lindsay over the blue line. Good man-on pressure by Team Quebec. Hallie's going to pick it up inside the zone. Turns it right over to Team Quebec. And quick counter-strike here for Quebec.
Bolduc, il s'échange le disque là, avec La Rochelle. On remet de l'autre côté. Métivier qui s'amène à toute vitesse. Avec une 45 à faire en deuxième. Québec en avance par 2. Métivier laisse par derrière à Lambert. Lambert le lance et le but! On a surpris la défensive avec un tir volé. Danica Lambert qui marque son deuxième du match et donne une priorité de 3 buts à Team Québec.
Just a nice shot by Team Quebec right inside the blocker side. Just tipped off the post into the net. That's a beautiful shot. And Calgary's dug themselves quite a hole here. We're down 4-1. Minute 38 left in the second quarter and the half. Calgary taking a center ice free pass here. Calgary fans have gone awfully quiet here.
A bit, right. Yeah, but
here's Cameron, puts it over to Tasha. Tasha into Cameron. Cameron's over the blue line, turns it over. Team Quebec again, quick counter-attack.
On remet à Drolette. Drolette qui a tenté là, de se faufiler dans l'enclave, mais excellent travail le défenseur là-dessus qui lui a empêché. Drolette toujours, arrive au centre. Drolette a perdu. Tente de récupérer. Les deux bâtons qui reviennent dans l'anneau et vont remettre à la gardienne.
Call it a move or lose, a violation on Team Quebec. Sadie with the goalie ring. Sadie's going to flip it out to Tasha. Here comes Tasha. Long pass out to Sophie Miller. Soph walking the blue line, trying to find a friend. Going to feed it over to Avery Klizik on the weak side. Avery's into the zone, checked into the boards here. Can't really move. Kicks it back to Soph, and now Soph's got the ring. 52 seconds left in the second quarter and the half. Here's Soph, puts it out to Avery. Avery on her strong side, puts her down low. Soph's going to backhand it, but she's in the crease. Violation Calgary, goalie ring for Team Quebec.
Jeu qui a avorté, là, on avait touché le demi-cercle de la gardienne et ça sera récupéré par le défenseur Juliane Lambert. Lambert par la rampe, on tente de rejoindre le capitaine Gagnon, c'est fait. En défensive, belle transition, là. On remet à Champagne. Champagne à Gagnon. Gagnon au centre, on a tenté de rejoindre Simard, mais ça a été raté.
Jordan picked up a loose ring. There's only 21 seconds left in the half. Loose ring comes all the way out. And Quebec steals it in the neutral zone quickly back into the offensive zone.
Simard qui rejoint, qui reprend le tir et le but. Oh, et là, on a surpris là, une transition parfaite qui est débutée à la ligne bleue de Québec. On a rejoint le numéro 83 qui d'un tir parfait dans la partie supérieure. Encore une fois, bas la gardienne qui aimerait revoir se lancer, là, j'en suis certain.
Team Quebec certainly riding the wave here right now, and Calgary's getting bowled under by the water. 5-1 now for Team Quebec. 10.3 seconds left in the second quarter. Lindsay's got the ring, feeds it back to Tasha. Tasha with the ring, feeds it over to Hallie. Hallie looking to drive, looking to get to the middle of the ice. Stolen by Team Quebec. They just flip it out to the neutral zone, and that's it. That'll end the second quarter.
C'est la fin de la deuxième période, mi-match déjà là, entre les deux équipes. Excellente prestation en deuxième période pour Québec qui a marqué à 3 reprises et peut-être une petite étoile dans le cahier de Olivia Gagnon qui a connu une excellente période. Lamotte qui a stoppé les attaques envoyées vers elle. Il reste encore beaucoup de temps, encore 20 minutes à ce match.
Calgary's got an uphill battle, that's for sure. We knew coming in Team Quebec we'd be the underdogs and Team Quebec would be a strong opponent. And they've got dynamic offensive skill, that is for certain. Saw that in the last couple of minutes of the second quarter. Quick little turnover, and it's the transition through the neutral zone into the offensive zone, shoot, score. So Calgary has an uphill battle, that is for sure. 5-1 for Team Quebec right now. Quebec carrying all the play, looking really good. Soph is warming up Sophia Coley, our other goaltender. I don't know if she's just keeping Soph warm because it's standing on the bench, stays cold. You run 2 goaltenders as well, right?
Yep. Joanie Dubois, numéro 30, qui est également là. Mais pour aujourd'hui, c'est la deuxième partie qu'on donne à Anaïs Lamotte dans les buts, qui avait gardé le filet ce matin contre Team New Brunswick et également là pour ce match contre le Calgary Rogue, qu'on avait déjà rencontré là, à Guelph. Je le répète peut-être pour ceux qui n'étaient pas là. Match extrêmement serré, là, comme le disait Jim en début de présentation. Je crois que Québec avait gagné 3-2 là, en temps supplémentaire contre l'équipe de l'Alberta. Donc ça a été extrêmement serré.
Looks like we will have a goalie change here. So Sophia Coley, number 1, is stepping into net with her trademark black pants, black patch, black helmet, black gear. So, Soph now in net.
Black edition.
Yeah. Probably a black moon right about now, Eric. All right, Team Quebec visiting team starts with the ring. Third quarter underway, 10 minutes on the clock. Team Quebec going to walk that. They're going to dump her down into the corner. Lindsay battling with her checker down there. 4 players, 2 from each team, battling away. Quebec comes up with it. Lindsay still battling hard. Referee says that's enough of that. They're going to call a move it or lose a violation on Quebec Calgary ring. Sophia picks it up. Soap's going to flare that up high to Lindsay, almost out to the blue line. Lindsay puts it up to Sophie Miller up high. Soap's going to walk the center line. Down low, down to Captain Lindsay. Defense stepped in from the spot to help out in the offensive zone. Lindsay's got the ring. Lindsay's going to feed that back to Addie. Here's Addie driving 1 against 3. Gets a backhand shot away. Easy save for the Quebec goaltender. Quebec breaking out the ring here.
Québec maintenant qui va reprendre l'anneau. Belle transition. Oh, et là, c'est mauvaise communication là, entre Bolduc et Huot. Là. Il y aura pénalité à Québec.
So what happened there was Addie picked up a loose ring. She was kind of stretched out a little bit, and then she bumped into the Quebec player, got spun around and knocked down. Looks like Addie gets up a little, grimacing a little bit here. She'll head to the bench. Team Quebec goes 2 for the trip here. Incidental contact, knocked Addie down, spun her around. All right, so we've got Jocelyn, Haley, and JD out on the attack. 9:04 left in the third quarter. Calgary down 5-1 right now. Team Quebec running the show right now. There's a pass across the top, knocked away by Team Quebec. All the way out to the neutral zone. Feed it quickly back in, not stabbed cleanly. Alyssa picks it up. Alyssa drives in. You can see Calgary looks a little jittery right here, kind of nervous. He's got to settle down, see if we get the next goal and make a game of it here. JD in behind the net. Down to 8 on the shot clock. JD goes down low to Jocelyn. Jocelyn's going to rip that. Good positioning by the goalie, makes a save. Jocelyn picks up the rebound, fresh 30 on the shot clock. Here comes JoJo. She goes down low, just out of the reach of Haley Kane, and Quebec will clean it up behind the net.
Bolduc derrière son filet, récupère l'anneau. Bon début de troisième période pour le Calgary Rogue, qui a passé là, la minute 30 là, en zone adverse. Passe au centre, c'est repris par Métivier. Métivier tente de passer devant Roy, mais qui était très bien surveillé. C'est Roy qui va reprendre. Là. Roy avec l'anneau, mauvaise passe derrière et c'est repris par le Rogue.
Good steal by Alyssa. Alyssa puts it out to the center ice area. Tegan picks it up. There's number 10. Tegan feeds it into Hallie. Hallie checked carefully down the sideboards there. Heads in behind the net. Hallie coming out on her backhand here. Loops around up high, goes down low to Tegan. Tegan's on her backhand as well. Wanted to pass into the middle, it closed up on her. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Tegan feeds it back to Hallie. Hallie takes that shot. Easy save for the goaltender. Rebound into the corner. Hallie battling in there. Tegan comes in as well. They're going to call another penalty on Quebec here. Or is that against us?
No, it's against Quebec. It'll be 4 minutes.
It's going to be a 4-minute major. So Calgary's going to have a 31-second 5-on-3 skater advantage. We call this a 3-on-2. Calgary will set up their triangle, and Quebec will set up their 2-person defense. We'll see if Quebec runs the traditional butt-to-butt. So they've got probably their best 2 defenders out. Calgary's got 3 of their best offensive players out. 31 seconds on the 3-on-2 here. Jocelyn starts with the ring. So Quebec takes a 4-minute major for, I didn't see what the call was for. Maybe it was boarding into the boards.
Yep.
Maybe hit from behind perhaps. All right, down low to Haley. Cross that over to JD. JD couldn't handle it cleanly. Up top to Jocelyn. Jocelyn down low to Haley, tipped away. Haley's got it back up top to JoJo. JoJo fakes a shot, puts it on net, misses the net. Down to 15 on the shot clock. JoJo up top. JoJo goes down low to Haley. Haley steps out, shoots it. Good save there. Got the 30-second reset. Haley's in behind the net, puts it up high to Jocelyn, goes right past her. Down to 6 seconds on the 3-on-2. And the ring comes out to the neutral zone. Being battled there on the blue line. And that'll kill off the 3-on-2. Haley's got the ring. She enters into the zone. Haley dangles through everybody, shoots it from her knees, blocked by the defender. Got bodies all over the place here, Eric. Quebec comes up with the ring.
Drolette, excellent travail en défensive là, de Team Québec là-dessus, sur le 5 contre 3. Et c'est Lambert qui va reprendre. Remet au centre à Drolette. Drolette le lancé, vient de toucher le poteau. Drolette, avec un tourniquet, là, a perdu l'anneau en territoire adverse.
Cameron puts it out to the neutral zone. Turn right back over to Team Quebec.
Lambert avec l'anneau. Chute, il y aura pénalité.
And now JD's going to take a penalty for pushing her player down. So now Team Quebec's going to get a penalty. Their goaltender skates to the bench.
Lamotte qui est au banc. On a même une quatrième joueuse là, pour Québec avec 20 secondes de possession au centre. Le lancer et le but. Drolette qui marque le 6e but pour Team Québec avec en désavantage numérique, mais on avait 4 joueuses là, en territoire de Ringette dû à la pénalité d'appeler pour le Calgary Rogue.
So that goes down as a short-handed goal. 2:33 left in the major penalty to Quebec, and Quebec scores a goal. That's a short-handed goal. Looks like we've got a timeout called here. So Quebec getting it done always, scoring power play goals, 5-on-5 goals, and short-handed goals. JD's still going to go to the penalty box. She's going to go serve that penalty. I think she's getting a slashing penalty here. So,
on a quand même donné la pénalité là, à l'Alberta suite au but là, de Marie-Christine Drolette. Donc, on jouera 4 contre 4 pour les 2 prochaines minutes à moins d'un but avec 6-0-7 à faire la 3e période. Elle a un but qui fait mal là, un peu à l'équipe d'Alberta, un 6e pour Québec.
Everything going Team Quebec's way right now. They've got the momentum for sure. 6-1 for Team Quebec, 6:07 left in the third quarter. Calgary has a very steep hill to climb here. I can see Coach Sean saying, don't worry about the scoreboard. Go out there and just score the next goal. It's all you can do right now, right?
Exactly.
It's all you can do. Team Quebec is absolutely rolling us. And all we can do is go out and try to score that next goal.
En début de 3e période également, là, on a effectué un changement de gardienne du côté du Calgary Rogue. Et là, c'est l'Alberta qui va reprendre l'anneau au centre.
Got some rare 4-on-4 action here. Alyssa feeds it over to Jordan. There's Jordan. Going to feed it into Addie. Addie into the zone here. 4-on-4 action, so you'll see a defender into the zone, in the offensive zone for Calgary here. Addie, Avery, and Alyssa battling here. Addie trying to find a shooting lane. Takes a shot. Good save up high. Good positional save by the Quebec goaltender. Alyssa picks up the rebound. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Alyssa goes back to Addie here. Addie cycling backwards. Tries to take a shot. Rips a stick out of the defender's hands. Addie going after the rebound. Loose ring cleaned up by Quebec, and here they come. It's actually turned over the blue line. Good stick check. Jordan Nero picks it up at the blue line. Walks in. Calgary going for a line change here. Jordan looping around in the quiet ice. Kicks it back to Avery. Avery on her backhand here, feeds it back to Cameron. Here's Cam Earl. Cameron steps in, going in behind the net. 15 on the shot. Cameron comes out the other side, drops it off for Haley Kane. Here's Kaner coming across the top, looking to get that shot. Tried to pull it around, turned over to Quebec, and Team Quebec's got the ring.
Gagnon qui va devant, c'est pour Noonan. Longue passe devant, c'est pour Maisonero. Transversale à Sanson. On remet Maisonero un peu long, sinon on aurait pu s'échapper là.
Hallie scoops up the loose ring, turns it right over, right back to Team Quebec. Team Quebec.
Lambert remet capitaine Gagnon. Gagnon avec l'anneau à Sanson. On s'échange les politesses. Encore 25 secondes à 4 contre 4. Là. Gagnon dans le coin. Gagnon tente d'attirer. Passe à Lambert qui s'est amené là en attaque. Drolette qui s'amène. Oh, une passe haute là. Passe de l'autre côté. Là, c'est le shot clock qui est terminé. Donc, ça sera la remise de la gardienne.
Shot clock violation. Goalie ring for Calgary. Here's Cameron with their goalie ring. Coming out with speed. Backhand pass to the neutral zone. Picked up cleanly by Jocelyn. Jocelyn into Avery. Avery heads into the attacking zone here. Looks to see who's with her. Puts it back to JoJo. Here's Jocelyn in behind the net. Out front to Avery. Avery, right-handed shot. Tries to take a shot. Partially deflected. Ends up in the crease. Goalie ring for Quebec.
Sortie de territoire tentée la part de Québec. C'est Bolduc qui revient sur ses pas. Laisse derrière, c'est pour Lambert. Drolette en tourniquet. Se défait d'une première joueuse. Une deuxième. On cherche des options. Passe par derrière à Bolduc. Bolduc au centre. C'est imprécis. C'est remis à Calgary Rogue.
Errant pass picked off by Jordan. And Jordan face plants after making the pass. Nothing going our way today, Eric.
Québec au centre. Maintenant, Métivier qui reprend. On en va devant pour Simard. Oh, on a tenté un tir sur réception. Ça ratait de peu là, de la part de Bolduc.
Here's Lindsay with the loose ring. Lindsay feeds it all the way right to the blue line. Good pickup by Layla. We'll cheer for that. Something went our way. It's a good pickup by Layla. Amateur sports, right, Eric? They're all a bunch of teenagers. Here we go. Addison's got the ring in the offensive zone, takes a shot, misses the net. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Layla's got the ring, takes a shot on net. Goaltender makes a save, and she'll goalie ring it into the corner.
Maisonero maintenant qui s'en va par la droite. Sa couvreuse de vitesse. On en va au centre. C'était pour La Rochelle qui a raté. Maisonero qui passait par là. Belle passe par derrière. Oh, ça sera l'échappée de Bolduc. Le lancer beaucoup trop haut.
Loose ring down there. Calgary trying to pick it up on a near miss by Quebec. Good scoring chance for Quebec. Tegan's got it in the neutral zone. Rips it all the way down to Halley. Halley's going to chase that down in the far corner. Halley's 1 against the world right now. Red against blue, 1 on 3. She's going to feed it over to JD, fresh off the bench. JD makes a shot. Good glove save by the goaltender. And she drops it in behind the net.
Delphine Champagne qui...
Lindsay with a good read. Steals it in the neutral zone. Quickly feeds it into Haley Kane. Here's Kaner. Feeds it across to Tasha. Tasha goes down into Halley. Halley's got the ring. Truck and trailer here. Halley's going to drop it to the trailer, JD. JD's circling around behind the back pass over to Halley. Off the mark. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Halley trying to go through the triangle. Gets tied up there. Comes out over the ring end line, and Team Quebec picks it up, puts it out to the neutral zone.
Sanson qui attendait tout juste là, que l'anneau quitte le territoire de Ringette et s'en est emparé, en va au centre. Et là, c'est l'Alberta qui reprend dans son territoire derrière leur filet. 1:30 à faire en troisième période.
Jocelyn's got the ring, puts it out to the far blue line. Good pickup by Avery. Avery right back to Jocelyn. Jocelyn with a head of steam, cuts to the middle. The ring gets up, dumped up, and the play's still underway. Quebec's going to take a penalty here. The board is clean. There's no penalties on the board right now. All penalties are done. Quebec's going to take another one here. I can hear Eric beside me. The other Eric didn't like the call. I'll have to ask his opinion. Calgary's got 4 in the zone here. 4 on 3 with a delayed penalty call up top to Alyssa. Alyssa dangles, shoots it right into the crease. Good save. They're going to call that. Oh, they're going to call another major. Eric, did you like that call?
No mic for Eric this game.
Yeah. I said, Eric, I said, did you like that call? And he gives me the 5th degree and he says, no, I'm just going to shut up right now. So Team Quebec, Halley drove the net there. And then Team Quebec ends up knocking her down. They get 4, a major penalty for, I didn't see body contact, I guess.
C'était un contact là, entre les deux joueuses. C'était pas intentionnel, donc on a donné 4 minutes là, à Métivy là-dessus.
Last time there was a 4-minute penalty, Quebec scored anyhow, so they're not too worried about it. All right, so 5-on-4 skater advantage for Calgary. Here's Addie with the ring. Addie tries to go through the D in the center. Yeah, move it or lose a violation. That's great defense. Goaltender ring for Team Quebec.
Ce sera leur mise à gardienne. Désolé, c'est pas Métivier qui a eu la pénalité. Là, c'est Hilary Bolduc. Là, passe au centre. C'était un peu long. Et c'est repris par l'Alberta.
Almost a breakaway pass there for Team Quebec, but defended well by Calgary. They're going to give the ring back to Calgary. There's a kerfuffle at the sideboard there. A couple players in there. Everybody gets up okay. They're going to give the ring back to Calgary. You can see the Quebec players kind of laughing as she stood up, covered in snow. Both teams working hard here. 24.7 seconds left in the third quarter. 6-1 for Team Quebec over the Calgary Road right now. There's a whistle. Lindsay puts it over to Tasha. Here's Tasha with the ring. Tasha feeds it in. Layla's got it, feeds it all the way across the ice to Lindsay. Lindsay's going to step in. Lindsay's still got the ring, feeds it all the way across to Halley. Hot pass here, only 7 seconds left in the quarter. Halley goes back across to Layla. Layla shoots, good save. Great positional save. And there goes the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter. So 30 minutes in the books. We got 10 to go. And it is all Team Quebec right now. 6-1 for Team Quebec over Calgary.
Donc la troisième période qui se termine. On a ajouté un but à l'avance pour Team Québec. 6-1 et on a également là, donné une pénalité majeure à Hilary Bolduc pour, je croyais que c'est mise en échec illégale. Donc, on va débuter la quatrième période à 4 contre 5 avec 3-0-6 encore là, à la pénalité à Québec. Donc, je vois là, que le territoire neutre, c'est très difficile. Là. Ça joue physique. Les transitions sont rapides. Il n'y a pas beaucoup d'espace entre les deux lignes bleues d'un côté comme de l'autre. Donc tout ça, là, toute l'action se joue là, mais après ça, les transitions sont rapides et c'est en zone adverse là, que le jeu se joue et probablement là, que Québec voudra continuer sur sa lancée avec une avance de 5 buts. Il reste encore 10 minutes. C'est beaucoup de temps à la Ringette, il faut le dire. Le match n'est pas terminé. Et pour Québec, je regardais tout à l'heure le prochain match demain matin. Ça sera contre, j'essaie de voir l'équipe.
All these noisemakers in here, the drums, the pool noodles, all the bells, and it got really quiet there. All right, we'll see if the Calgary coaches have anything up their sleeves, see if they can find a way to get a couple of goals here and make this a more interesting game.
Donc la quatrième période, on va débuter avec l'Alberta avec la possession. Et je voulais dire que Team Québec, la prochaine partie, ça sera demain matin 11h15, alors que ça sera Saskatchewan 2, donc le Saskatoon Blazers, qui sera l'adversaire de Québec. Et la quatrième qui est en cours.
Home team starts with the ring. Center ice free pass. Alyssa quickly into Jocelyn. Jocelyn looking to get to the middle of the ice. Backhand. Puts it across to Haley. Haley's in the quiet ice, setting up the attack here. Cutting across it up. Shoots it way up over the net. And Quebec will pick up that rebound.
Nora Maisonero derrière son filet. Couvreuse qui est très près. Là, on en va au centre, c'est pour Bolduc. Bolduc envoie dans l'espace libre, c'est pour La Rochelle. La Rochelle qui reçoit déjà là, la visite de deux joueuses. Là. On met beaucoup de pression de la part du Calgary Rogue. La Rochelle tente une percée, le lancer. Ça dévie dans le filet par la défenseur.
Good save by Soph there. The ring comes out to the neutral zone for Calgary. You can see that Calgary's got full court press going on right now. This is chase time. Alyssa's got the ring, steps into the offensive zone. Cutting across the top, dangles between the center and the D, gets a shot away, slides wide of the net. Here's Avery with the ring. Avery's in the quiet ice, looking to shoot it, deflects off the defender into the opposite corner. Soap battling hard against the defender there. And Quebec comes up with it, content to rip it out to the neutral zone. Turn right over to Lindsay. Here's Captain Lenny B, feeds it in, back into Addie. Fresh 30 on the shot clock here. Addie in behind the net, coming out on her forehand. She's got Soph in front of the net, Avery up high on the other side. The ring deflects into the crease. Easy pickup for the Quebec goaltender. Goalie ring for Quebec.
Remise de la gardienne vers Lambert. Mauvaise passe là au centre. On redonne à l'Alberta.
Quebec feeds it out to the neutral zone. Quickly back in. Here comes Avery driving. It's a turnover in the neutral zone. Tasha fed it right back into Avery. Avery's just going to stand in the quiet ice, wait for a line change. Now Hallie's got the ring. It's Hallie against the world here again, waiting for a line change here. Long change in the fourth quarter. Feeds it across to Layla. Here's Layla. Right back to Hallie. Hallie goes back and forward and dangles in, shoots and scores. So Hallie gets one. Quebec goaltender may have thought she was in the crease. I can see the whole team's talking to the referee, but the referee said that's a good goal. So, all right, Hallie walks in on the goaltender, dangles, slides it in. So Calgary's got a little bit of life here. Make it 6-2 for Team Quebec. 8:01 left in the fourth quarter. That'll go down as a power play goal, but it's a 4-minute full serve major, so the Quebec player stays in the box. 1:08 left on that penalty.
Donc le quart qui est maintenant de 4 buts. On vient de marquer là, un avantage numérique et comme c'est une pénalité majeure, c'est la pénalité qui se continue. Il reste encore une minute à la pénalité à Hilary Bolduc. Là-dessus, et là, c'est Québec en possession. On remet à Sanson derrière. Sanson qui est le territoire de Ringette. Il revient par la gauche. Toujours avec le disque, pas d'option. On remet derrière. Le lancer qui a été bloqué au centre Métivier. Du revers. Oh, Larnaud qui a tout juste dévié. Et c'est récupéré par la belle Sanson derrière. Encore 35 secondes avant le retour de Bolduc. Sanson qui s'en va par la droite. Tourniquet au centre. Le Larnaud qui est toujours en territoire de Ringette. Là. Et c'est Noonan qui s'est transformé en attaquante. On va tenter d'écouler le plus de secondes possible. On remet à Sanson. Passe au centre. Oh, c'était pour Noonan tout juste. Du revers. Repris. Le tir. Oh, quel arrêt de la gardienne Coley là-dessus. Qui est venu voler Sanson. De but certain.
Big save by Sophia there. Soph stretching across. Looked like a sure goal, but she stretched over and said not this time. And now Alyssa's got the ring. Walking the blue. Feeds it out to the neutral zone to JD. JD rips it down to Haley. Good pickup by Haley. Haley goes right in front. to Jocelyn. Hard pass there. Jocelyn couldn't pick it up. Now she's got it. Dangles in, puts it over to Haley. Haley's going to shoot it. Goalie makes the save. Haley going 5-hole on the shot. Goaltender closes it up. Goalie throws it in the corner. Team Quebec ring.
Excellent travail de Lamotte là-dessus, là, qui est venu fermer la porte au dernier moment. Et là, c'est la bagarre au centre. Là. Pénalité à Québec encore une fois. On a fait trébucher la numéro 8, Tasha Blackwell.
In English, we call that getting smushed. She got smushed. All right, so Tasha gets knocked down, and the Quebec player is going to go for a tripping penalty. The major's over, so Quebec back in the box here. Another 5-on-4 skater advantage for Calgary. Calgary ring in the offensive zone. Avery, Sophie, and Addie out on the attack here. Here's Addie. Drops it off to Avery. Avery goes across the top. All the way across the ice to Addie. Picks it up on the other side. Addie dangles through the center in the D that hasn't worked all game. And that's a turnover to Team Quebec. Quick little support pass. Soap's going to battle hard against the defender. That's a turnover to Avery. Avery's going to walk down Main Street here. Drives in, shoots it. Good defense. Good shot block by the defender. And they're going to say Avery's in the crease. That's a goaltender ring.
Et là, quatrième période là, qui appartient au Calgary Rogue jusqu'à maintenant. On passe beaucoup de temps en territoire de Québec. Passe au centre de roulette. Encore une 25 à la pénalité à Québec. Simard par la droite. On apporte des changements.
Tasha ends up stealing the ring. Here comes Tasha with a head of steam. Tasha feeds it out to Hallie Rushfeld. Hallie's going to feed it back into Tasha. Tasha's in behind the D. Steps, cuts to the middle, walks in, shoots. Good pad save.
Il y aura une autre pénalité à Québec.
We're going to call another penalty here. So now Calgary's got, actually that's Tasha drew 2 penalties in a row. All right. So they're going to send Quebec to the penalty box again. Olivia Bolduc holds her hands up and says, what, me? I didn't do that, brother. All right, so now Calgary's going to have another 5-on-3. This one quite a bit longer, a minute 7. 6-2 for Team Quebec right now. Calgary on a 3-on-2 advantage here. It's going to be JD, Haley Kane, and Jocelyn. Down low to JD, up top to JoJo. Quickly down low to JD. JD back up top to JoJo. JoJo goes down to Haley. Haley up top, deflects away. Good stick by the defender. Ring goes back into the zone, and Haley picks it up. Up top to Jocelyn. Jocelyn's going to shoot it. Off the helmet, goes in behind the net. Got a fresh 30 on the shot clock reset. Haley down low. Puts it up top to Jocelyn. Jocelyn down low to Haley. Haley's going to shoot. Great blocker save. What a save by the goaltender. Haley comes up with a rebound. Up top to Jocelyn. Jocelyn down low to JD. JD behind the back goes right through the crease. Haley comes up with it on the other side. Up top to JoJo. Jocelyn's going to walk in, shoot. Good glove save. Got a reset on the shot clock. Up top to Jocelyn. Down low to JD. Quick little shot right off the goaltender here. Some good shots, and Quebec's going to get it. Try to rip it down the ice. Blocked by Lindsay. Lindsay feeds it quickly into Haley. Haley up top to JD. Bouncing around there, and the defenders come up with it, and they rip it down the ice.
Excellent travail la défensive de Québec là, sur la dernière séquence. Et on est capable de dégager jusqu'à l'autre bout. Encore 53 secondes au 5 contre 4 en faveur de l'Alberta.
Not exactly sure what Eric said, but that was amazing defense on the 3-on-2. Killed off the whole minute 6. Here's Addie with the ring. 4-minute major's over, so down to a 5-on-4 skater advantage. Addie with the ring. Cuts to the top. Shoots it. She was in the crease. It's going to be a goaltender ring. Great defense by Team Quebec there. Great goaltending too.
Ouais.
sorry, Eric.
Excellent travail là, de Anaïs Lamotte sur le désavantage numérique. Et là au centre, encore une fois, on perd l'anneau. Et c'est le Calgary Rogue qui reprend.
Quick little turnover there, and that's turned right back over to Team Quebec. Addie couldn't get the handle, and here's Quebec with the ring.
Encore 3 minutes 50 à faire en quatrième période. 15 secondes à la pénalité à Québec. Passe au centre récupéré à Early.
Addie's got the ring in her own zone, feeds it out to Cameron in the neutral zone right at the red line. Cameron rips it cross ice, picked up there by Haley Kane. Here comes Kaner. 3.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter here. 6-2, Team Quebec over Calgary Rogue. Haley Kane with the ring, driving across the top. Survives a stick check, goes down low to JD. Here's JD with the ring.
Penalty for Quebec.
Back to 5-on-5 action. Jocelyn goes up high. Calgary's got the goaltender out. They had 4 in the zone. I'm going to call an interference penalty here. Is that Olivia Bolduc again?
Or
is that a different Bolduc?
It's the same. Victoria
Bolduc.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I'm mixing up names. Victoria Bolduc. Yep. All right, so Team Quebec takes another penalty, so they're in the box again. There's 3:14 left. Goalie's out of the net. We'll have 4 in the zone here. JD starts it off, puts across the top to Haley Kane. 4-on-3 with the goalie out. Haley Kane deflects off the defender, and Quebec's going to pick it up, push it in the neutral zone. They can't touch that. Would have been a both line pass, and Jocelyn cleans up the ring. Here's Lindsay with the ring. Lindsay goes right down the middle. JD, good pickup by JD. Down low to Haley Kane. Goaltender back on the bench. We'll go 4 back in the zone. Turn right back over to Team Quebec. Team Quebec's going to put that out to the neutral zone. No goalie in the net. Here comes Soph to try to come back in. Soph's going to scramble in. They're going to shoot. Soph makes a save. Rebound goes in behind the net. 2:40 left in the fourth quarter here. 6-2 for Team Quebec. Lindsay's got the ring. Lindsay's going to exit the zone, puts it out to Avery. Avery cross ice over to Addie. Addie's going to skate into that there. Picks up the handle, check carefully. Comes up top to Avery. Avery's got the ring. Turns around in the quiet ice. Goalie's on the bench, 4 in the zone. Down low to Avery. She's going to take that shot. The ring bounces out, but they're going to say Avery pulled it out of the crease. That's going to be a crease violation, goalie ring for Quebec.
Remise derrière, c'est pour Kate Noonan avec 2:05 à faire en quatrième période. 50 secondes à la pénalité à Québec. Passe au centre, c'était pour Sanson. Bon travail de Sanson là-dessus. Ça va permettre à Québec de récupérer avec exactement 2 minutes à faire à cette quatrième période. Une avance de 4 buts sur l'Alberta.
Exactly 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 6-2 for Team Quebec right now. Team Quebec ring at center ice.
Et Larry Bolduc envoie devant, c'est pour Métivier. Métivier qui déborde par la gauche. On met beaucoup de pression là. La part du Rogue.
Going to call a crease violation on Team Quebec. Going to be goalie ring here. Soph will pick that up. Soph's got the ring. She's going to flare that out to Alyssa. Here's Alyssa with the ring. Over the blue line to JD. JD circles back. Feeds it over to Jordan. Jordan looking on the give and the go. She's going to feed it down to Haley. Minute and a half left in the game here. 6-2 for Team Quebec. Haley goes down low to JD. We get the goalie out. Now we got our 4 in back again. Addie had it in the hot spot. Turned it over to Team Quebec. They just rip it out to the neutral zone. And there's Tasha with the ring. Tasha feeds it down low.
Et le Québec
Call another violation.
Québec qui a pilé sur l'anneau. C'est Lambert qui est fautive. Donc on va remettre à l'Alberta.
Real quick here, our next game. We've got 2 games tomorrow. We'll play Team New Brunswick at 8 a.m. Eastern. That's an ugly time. And then we will play Saskatoon Blazers at 5:30 Eastern. 2 more games tomorrow.
It will be a great game against Team New Brunswick.
We haven't played them yet this year, so it'll be
this morning for us.
Yeah, you guys played them. We haven't played them yet, so I'm looking forward to playing them.
We lose in overtime, so it was a great game.
Addie's got the ring. Bumps into her own player here. We got a minute left in the game. 4 in the zone again. Goalie's on the bench. Addie's up high, puts it down low to Avery. Addie. Back to Addie. Addie's got the ring. Addie slides it over to Sophie Miller. Soph dangles, puts it across to Addie. Addie on the backhand, goes down low to Avery. Avery's in behind the net. Up high to Soph. Soph protects the ring. Goes down low to Avery. Avery had the open net, shot it up and over. And then a shot from the corner. Cameron just whips it into the corner, and it's going to be goalie ring, shot clock violation. Sophia Coley, the goalie, goes back to the net. Goalie ring for Quebec.
30 secondes qui est écoulé. On va remettre à la gardienne qui remet rapidement à Juliane Lambert. Moins de 30 secondes à la quatrième période. Longue passe au centre. C'était pour Roy. C'est raté. Oh, et là, on est seul. Là, La Rochelle devant le filet. Le tir arrêté par la mitaine de la gardienne. Et là, on n'a pas touché au demi-cercle.
Goalie ring for Soph. Soph's got the ring. Drops it in behind the net. Turns it right over to Team Quebec. Tasha ends up picking up the loose ring. Good check there. Tasha got checked herself. Puts it out to the neutral zone. Turns it right over to Team Quebec. And Quebec breakaway here. And there goes the buzzer. They shoot it after the buzzer, but didn't much matter. So that'll go into the books as a convincing win for Team Quebec. 6-2 over the Calgary Rogue.
Donc, excellente partie entre les deux équipes quand même. Le Calgary Rogue qui n'a pas donné beaucoup d'espace à Team Québec en quatrième période. A quand même réussi à marquer un but. Mais Québec qui a maintenu son avance et l'emporte 6-2. Si vous voulez revoir Le match, c'est faisable sur la chaîne de YouTube de Ringette Canada. Et il y a également les prochains matchs demain pour le Calgary Road qui sera demain en action à 8 h face à Team New Brunswick. Et également pour, si je regarde du côté de Québec, qui pour eux vont jouer à 11h15 face aux Saskatoon Blazers, leur premier match. Il y en aura un autre aussi plus tard en journée. Donc, Jim, merci beaucoup. Thanks a lot.
Eric, that was good fun. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
And good luck for the next of the CRC.
Yeah, good luck to your games tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see how you do. Thanks, Eric.